Hey kindergartners, happy Friday to you. We have made it back to school and through a whole week. I think you guys did fantastic this week. We did I threw a lot at you. We talked about Hanukkah, we talked about Las Posadas. Those were all really fun things. We did a lot of crafts this week. So I just want to give a shout out to all of you guys and let parents know how great the classes were this week, because it was hard to come back, I'm sure. We were all grateful to come back, but it was hard to kind of come back and be back into it, and everybody just did a good job. So happy Friday. You guys earned, I'm sure you're all still in your pajamas, and you have earned that. So listen, I just wanted to talk to you about our homework this week, because we did so many activities this week, so many things we don't normally do, and we really just took a vacation from our regular days. It's still important to make sure that we're keeping up with everything else. So that's why, boys and girls, that you have so much math homework today. So let's talk a little bit about that. So everybody this week got a green homework sheet along with some math pages. So I know some of you, you didn't get all of the math pages, and if you are missing some, just let me know. I can either send them out to you or give it to you on Monday. Just do what you have available with you right now. It'll be enough. On the first page here, where it has the pictures, and we've sort of seen some of this before, it says tell an addition or subtraction story. And so when we look at this, and we've done this before, so if you say, if we take a look at our flowers down here, and we say, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers, and 2 looks like they're going to take off, but maybe 2 are falling off. So 5, take away 2, how many are left? 1, 2, 3 are left in the bushes. That's a subtraction story. Or you can say, I see how many children in all? Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in all. So we see 2 here, and we're adding 1, 2, 3 all together. We see 5. So we're really just talking about what's happening in the picture. Is there something we can think about that we're getting a bigger number, we're getting more kids, or we're losing something like the flowers we're taking away? And so just take a look at those and see what kind of a story you can come up with. You know, there are 2 birds in the tree, 3 are flying away. We can talk about the trucks, the balloons. Down here, they actually want you to talk about the balloons. It says, make a drawing to show how many balloons in all. So let's take a look at the balloons that we have here. They want you just to make a drawing to show how many there are in all. So how many balloons are up here, and can we show that down here? Can we show that there are this number of balloons up here, and I'm going to show how many there are down there? Okay, it's a little different. It's just to get us to be thinking about addition and subtracting. When we do addition, our numbers get bigger. When we do subtraction, our numbers get smaller, like our bubble math. How many bubbles have I blown in all? And then my next question is always, how many is left? How many is left? Okay. On the back here, this is page 76. We're doing dot to dot, but it's really important, boys and girls, that when we're doing this, and we're always going to start with 1. Don't be confused. We see all of these numbers here, but we see a line from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10. Boys and girls, when we start in number order, do we say 1, 10? No. We say 1, 2, 3. Okay? All they're doing for us, boys and girls, is connecting from the end to the beginning. Okay, so you always start with 1, okay? Don't be fooled by that. It's a little confusing. We always see this sort of connection there. It'll just complete the pictures. They did that part for you. You start with 1 and you go in number order all the way to 10. But boys and girls, what we're meant to do. And the yellow words up here, it says straight lines. We're meant to be connecting with straight lines, okay? And straight lines are straight. That's just what they are. They're not curved. They don't have corners. They don't bend. They're straight lines. So make sure that we're practicing those straight lines as best we can, okay? The next page, it says lesson 7 up here, unit 2, lesson 7. And what we're doing is practicing our 2s and our 5s. And in each one of these, we have to show objects, or in this one, it says circles. We have to show 2 objects, 2 circles. So we're showing that, yeah, we know how to draw the number 2. We know how to form the number 2. We know how to write the number 2, but we also know how to show 2. And so we can show that there are 2 objects. We can show that there are 2 circles. That tells me that you can do it all, and that you have a good understanding of what that number is. And I want you to do the same thing for 5 down below. So yeah, you can write it, you can read it, but can you show it? And that's what we're doing down here. That tells me that you have a very good understanding of your numbers. And that's why we do that. On the back of it here, again, we're just working on our number formation. Sometimes it's really tricky doing our 3s and our 5s. So pay attention to those. Again, as always, circle your best. Circle your best. So you're gonna trace and then write your zeros, trace, write number 1, and so on, all the way down to number 5. But on each one of those, boys and girls, I want you to circle your best. Really, that takes a minute just to sort of think about, what did I do? Which one looks the best? And then you're judging your own work, which is perfect. And then you're showing me, you know, that you feel confident in the numbers that you're writing, and that you understand how to form those numbers. Same thing here, we're working on number 7. We're drawing 7 objects, anything you want, and drawing 7 squares. And then down here, we're working on forming our numbers in number order to 7. When I turn the page, we look at that number order again, and we're connecting again. Not always to 10, but we're starting with 1, always, always. We don't start with 0 because 0 means nothing, right? 0 is not a number that we think about too often. We know it is our starter, but when we always count, we always start with 1. Always start with 1, okay? And go all the way around, okay? The last page, again, we're just talking about our numbers, and they're telling us up here, use a pencil or a marker to trace each number 2 times, okay? So if you have a red or a blue at home, use the blue to trace your 6s, and they show us blue up here. And if you're doing 7s, you want to use red. And so you're tracing it. You're tracing these numbers, even though they don't look like numbers that we should be tracing because they don't have little dots or anything, but we want to trace those numbers, okay? And then down here, you're going to start with 1, and you're gonna write your numbers in order all the way to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, okay? All the way through. And then on the back of those pages, we've got Puzzle Penguin. And what we love about Puzzle Penguin is that he makes mistakes, and then we can learn from his mistakes. So he's actually a good friend of ours. It says, help Puzzled Penguin. Did Puzzled Penguin make a mistake? Look at the numbers below. And he says, did I make a mistake? Well, let's see. He's working on his number order. So let's think a little bit about number order. Now, I know I've been saying we always start at 1. We always do when we're counting. And when we're doing our dot to dot, we wouldn't start in the middle. But I also know that if I start with a number, I can count on in number order. So if I decide to start at number 3, I know in number order that it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I know in my mind that I always start with 1, but if I have to start from 3, I know how to count on in number order. I know that if I start at 5, you can give me any number and I know I can count in order all the way up, right? So let's see if Puzzle Penguin did that. He started, let's see, it goes 4, 3, 6, 7, 5. Did he make a mistake? Does that sound like number order? Would we say 4, 3, 6, 7, 5? If I did that while you guys were trying to organize something in class, you would be like, what is she saying? So no, it's not number order. I know you know that. I want you to write those numbers. It says starting from 3 through 7. So we're going to start at 3 and we're going to count up to 7. And what does that look like? And then down here, boys and girls, you're going to start with 0 and you're going to go to 7. Okay? And you're going to write in number order. That's your work for today. So you guys are all super smart with your numbers and with math. And so I feel like this might be fun for you to do today. It's a little different than the things we've been doing. So have fun with it. Enjoy it. Do your best work. Make sure you put your name on your papers and have a great weekend. We're not Zooming today. I will send out the alphabet. If you have any questions with your homework, boys and girls, let me know. All right. I love you. It was really good to see you this week. I can't wait to see you guys next week. We have lots of fun things planned. So have a very good weekend. I'm anxious to see if it's going to snow. And I can't wait to hear some of your snow stories. Have a good weekend, boys and girls.